Okay, so that looks like it's running. So yes, haven't been doing many videos lately, been busy with work, but today I figured I'd go try out my F5 and maybe shoot some rockets and practice with that plane that I haven't flown in a little bit. I still fly my FA-18 and F-16 with my wingman just about on a weekly basis, but haven't done any live broadcasts lately because I just couldn't find the time to do it. And so today I've completed all my obligations, things I had to do, and so I've pretty much set up my cockpit already for the F5 and taxied it on the runway. Right now I'm on pause, but I'll just unpause the simulation, and those two smokes that we see ahead in the distance, we're going to head in that direction. And this is my random target mission that I think broadcast at one point or another before. Mostly I think I had done it with the Su-25, but now I'm doing it with the F5, which doesn't have any guided weaponry, just unguided rockets and guns. And there's a random AAA that could appear. It could be regular AAA guns, could be a AAA on a vehicle, ZSU-23, a ZSU-57, or those ZU-23s on trucks. So I don't really know what that kind of threat will be. There's also a random position for BTR-80s and I believe some supply trucks as well. So those are my three targets. Hopefully I can do it with one pass or one run. Otherwise I can come back to the base here, rearm, and go back. So let's see how that goes. So now we're unpaused. We're on the runway. As I said, this is the plane, and we've got a load of 4 rocket pods and a fuel tank. So I guess we're good to go. I'll just make sure my rudder pedals are straight. Noticed that a little bit earlier. Yeah, it's like my brakes don't want to work properly. I'll raise the nose wheel there. And off we go. When I press pause or when I start the game, it's like the brakes are engaged, so that's kind of weird. Gear coming up. And off we go. Gonna give it a little bit of nose down trim as we gain speed. The targets are not very far, and I know that there's a AAA, so I don't want to get too close too quick. What I'll do is I'll probably do a pass to see where the AAA is, see if they shoot at us, if we can visually spot them. Right now I'm just trying to get some altitude, and then we'll get it off the afterburners. Test the countermeasures, they're working, that's good. So I don't want to fly too high because I want the AAA to shoot at me because I really don't know where they are right now. They're somewhere in that triangle of smokes, but where exactly, I don't know. They don't seem to be shooting right now. Oh, there's what I was looking for, and so it looks like it's in that area here. Yeah, I see 2 vehicles there. That could be it. gonna give a full afterburner and turn around and try to head for those two. And hopefully that's my AAA. And hopefully it's not guided. And let's hope for the best and go for it. Oh, I got shot. Did I get him though? Yes, I did. So my rockets managed to do this. Yeah, it was a guided AAA. That's why it was shooting so many bullets. It says ZSU-23. Okay, well, I should have maneuvered a little bit quicker than I did, but I wasn't sure after the first volley of rockets if I had gotten them. So I lost a plane, but that's okay. We can go to choose slot, move to an observer spot, and then we'll just go again to choose slot and take our F5 again. That's what happens when you're training. Sometimes you learn a few things, but you learn them the hard way. Forgot to do this here first, so then bring that to about 15. So we'll start with the outside rocket pods. This will arm the gun. This I always do because it's better. Not that I will be using them, I think, but still important. And then this and this, since we have a center line. And let's set this up. I forget what's the frequency here. I had it earlier. Looks like it's 261. Okay. And there's a 31. I don't know if 31 works. Look, 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 look. Okay, so that, and that, and that. It's odd that my RWR didn't warn me earlier of the issue. Alright, well, we're back in a plane. Let's see if we can call the tower.
Call key in field 5. Request startup. In field 5. Call key cleared for startup. Call key in field 5. Request taxi to runway. In field 5. Call key cleared to taxi to runway 27.
We're not very far, as you can see. Okay, so my brakes now, they look like they weren't stuck. Gotta remember to hit the button for the nose wheel steering.
Call key in field 5. Request takeoff. In field 5. Call key, you are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QSE 29.88.
Curious to see once I get on the runway if they'll tell me that I'm not cleared for takeoff. The other day it did that to me on the Syria map in the airfield at Gaziantep. We were asking for permission in multiplayer and it would grant us permission, but once we would get on it, it would tell us that we were not cleared for takeoff. Don't forget to raise the nose wheel, but I guess we'll just do it the old-fashioned way here. Alright, so that's working. So we managed to get our AAA, but I didn't see where the BTRs were and where the supply trucks were as well. So those are going to be our next target for this plane. Hopefully we don't lose the plane again. So switches look good. This looks good. The TACAN, I don't know that it works, so I'll just give it like a random number there so that it doesn't beep beep to us. If I bring it back to 31, does it point to anything? No, it doesn't. Okay. Alright, let's go investigate. So we have our AAA there that we had destroyed. And we have like our hole in the ground that we made. That's our previous plane. That's our AAA. Let's see what we got here. Do we have some BTRs, or do we have supply trucks and a camp there? Usually the BTRs, yeah, they're here. They're usually there in that sector, but I think that's them over there, those 3 vehicles. Okay, they're nicely lined up, so I'll continue flying in that direction. I'll climb a little bit, and then I'll just turn around and try to shoot some rockets at those guys. Let's check our countermeasures. It looks like they're working. Got the cockpit vibrations in the F5. Okay, so where are my BTRs? They're green on a green background. I think that's them over there. See what we did. Did we get all of them? Did we get some of them? Well, there's one shooting at me, so it means that they're not all dead. Alright, so this, I'll jettison because they're empty. And we'll get this armed. But I think for the last one I might try a gun pass. Okay. Use the smoke as a screen. We can see there's one left there. Yikes! Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. I went way too low. Again, practicing things that you haven't practiced in a long while. These things will happen. That's okay. So fly, choose slots, F5. Go back. Make sure the switches are in the right spots. And fly. Okay, we're gonna get good at setting up our cockpit. This with this. And then this in manual mode. Somewhere there. This and this. This I forgot earlier, so might as well raise the nose a bit.
Call key. Infield 5. Request startup. Infield 5. Complete. Clear for startup. Wind 260 at 2 meters per second. Call key. Infield 5. Request taxi to runway. Enfield 5. Cokie, clear to taxi to runway 27. Cokie, Enfield 5. Request takeoff. Enfield 5. Cokie, you are clear for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 29.88.
All right, let's go. Countermeasure tests. There we go. Trying to catch my bearings here. This is where the last PTR was. I'm gonna try guns again. Guess we might have hit him, but he's not dead, so we're gonna go for rockets. Yeah, this time we got him. Certainly hope so. We almost emptied the whole rocket pod on it. Now we need to find some supply trucks. They could be static or they could be on the move. Looking at that big field, sometimes they appear there. Sometimes they're close to the forests. Let's go fly a little bit lower towards that area here. Is that them over there? Yeah, okay, that's them over there. I'm just gonna empty my last few rockets there and then shoot some guns. And that way we've got them spotted. There's even one on fire. And then we can switch to the other rocket pods. Oh, and my tank is empty. So I think before I move on for my attack, I'm gonna drop the empty tank. There we go. I think we're without the tank now. And since we're at it, we'll drop those two. And drop that back here. Make sure that is off, that is still on rockets. And now we're a bit cleaner for next run. You can see right behind us there's a little bit of a column of smoke on that vehicle where I got a hit. We just exploded there. So the edge of that forest over there. We'll try to line up. And I'll try not to empty my rocket pod, that way I can maybe do another target afterwards. Those tents and trucks that we saw earlier, maybe we can go do another rocket pass on those. So this one will be a combination rocket and guns. Let's try this. Where'd they go? Okay, there they are. Let's see how we did. I think we did pretty well. I'm gonna go attack my other target, and then maybe we'll come back and finish those up with guns. Since we saw earlier that I need practice with guns, because I crash my plane into the trees when I shoot guns now. Alright, so where are those tents? There they are. Got a few trucks there as well. Let's try to line up in a way that will line up the trucks and the tents. Yeah, that was a pretty bad lineup. Yeah, we'll have to do it again. Let's not crash into the trees like we did earlier. We do have something that was shooting at us there, so I'm dropping flares just in case. Oh, and we can see there are some trucks there too, but it's those guys here I was trying to go for. Those. Yep. Not flying very fast, so that could explain why I had difficulties earlier. I'll just keep the afterburners on and we'll go do a gun pass on these trucks. That was a better gun pass. See the three tents there and the trucks and sandbags. We're heading for those. Got the tents, we got one of the trucks, some other trucks are moving. We got them scared. still have some rockets? Yeah, I do. So we're out of guns. We're pretty much out of rockets, I think. Yeah, we are. So I guess it's going to be RTB. With the third plane, we finished the mission. If I had been able to do it like all in one shot, it would probably have taken me 2 loads of rockets to be able to do everything. Alright, so let's get this back to normal like this, and then we can jettison those. Don't need those anymore. And so we'll have a nice clean configuration to get back to base, which is right in front of us. But we took off on runway 27, so right now we're heading east, which means we'll have to turn around for the landing, but we can call the airfield and ask for clearance.
Corky, in field 5, inbound. Field 5, Corky, fly heading 097, port 14, QRZ 29.88, runway 27, Japan altitude.
So again, I haven't done a landing in this in a while, so we'll try to go a little bit further away, come back in, try to have the right speed to do something good. I've lost enough planes as it is already today. No point in losing more than we need to. I'm curious about the TACAN. I don't know that it works, though. I'm not sure. Let's move this. 3-1, transmit, receive. Let's see if we get a beep beep. Takes a little while sometimes. Is the volume on? Not getting a beep beep from the TACAN, so I don't know. So we'll get the air brakes out. Now it's beep beep. And it gives me a distance 5 miles, which makes sense. Okay. So I'll just lower the volume here now that we know that it's sort of working. Get the gear down.
Field 5, Corky, check landing gear. Wind
fast. I think I'll do a missed approach because I was coming in a bit too fast. I am going around. It's a peaceful little flight. Air brakes out. Air brakes back in. Gear coming down.
Call key. In field 5. Request landing. Field 5. Complete. Clear to land. Runway 27. Wind 260. At 2 meters per second.
That was a nice landing. Up until I went to the outside view.
Field 5. Taxi to parking area.
It's never the best way to control a plane when you're in the outside view. So we'll get on that taxiway here. And then we'll get rid of the chute. There we go. Chute is down. And we'll go park in front of that hangar, pretend that this is our hangar. Something like that. Close enough, right? Seems pretty good. Maybe we can get some fresh air. There we go. And then we can ask the ground crew to put the wheel chocks in.
Chief, place the wheel chocks. Copy. Wheel chocks are now in place.
And then we take a few nice little screenshots. Kind of like the Control F2 view like this, that we can actually set up the angle we'd like to have. Something like that. Looks good. A little bit of that blue sky. Now let's go see if that thing is still running. Yeah, it is. Didn't get a lot of live views, which was to be expected since I haven't done any in about a month, but hopefully those who will watch it later on are going to enjoy it. In about a month or so, I'm gonna be probably like on my summer vacation for like 2.5 months. There will be more videos coming at that point in time. But for today, I guess that's gonna be it. So hopefully you enjoyed the little flight. Cool handout.